Good
Good
evening.
evening, and
I'm
welcome
intro.
to
Continue.
another scene in the darkness in Dublin. Tonight we have a collection of, let's say, well, just kindred, just members of the city. They don't have any previous association of any kind, really. Cough, cough. Um, and they're meeting up and, well, going on a bit of an expedition. We'll see. As we start, we have 3 or 4 people.
As you're starting, you have 3 people. The Baron has told you that the Obsidian Lantern will meet you outside the Dublin Natural History Museum.
Okay. So let's just say, for the sake of it, Emily's just pulled up on her bicycle. She has a bicycle chain she locks it with. Comes over, just looks. She looks at Spot Gun, just nods, and she just looks at the other guy and just looks again. Is that you, Tanner?
Yes, it is. It is Tanner.
It's been like a year or more, I think.
Well, technically, there was a passing incident where the rose caught on fire and exploding car. If I remember right.
Oh, you were there? Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry. I just I haven't seen you in a while. It's good. It's good to see you. So what are we doing?
We're going to be meeting this friend of the Baron's. The exact details that I brought all of you here for, I'll explain when he comes. But it's definitely something that everyone here seeks to gain, especially for the Anarchs.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Well, we're small in number, and no doubt we need every advantage that we can. Aye?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Besides, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Yeah, that seems to be the standard thing we do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just that way, our lovely Evan knows. I got 5 successes on oracular ability and botch on seer.
What does Seer do exactly?
Seer is flashes of insight to see the patterns and portents of the jihad. So it's kind of like oracular ability, but only for vampires.
Okay. With the 5 successes on oracular ability, you get a vision. You know it's a vision because you feel the same thing that you've always felt, but all you see is blackness.
Oh, jeez.
You can interpret that in whatever way you feel like you want to interpret it.
Okay. Yes, Tanner definitely doesn't have high hopes for this mission.
You will hear from behind you a slight rustling of cloth on concrete as you hear a low voice saying, "Well, it would appear as though you are the individuals who I have to guide this evening."
Aye. I think we've met one time before, no?
You were in the Baron's chambers when I had my meeting with him. Yes.
Aye.
Well, if you will excuse my candid judgment, the hour does draw on, and I have many other engagements, so I will open the way for you, if you would kindly follow me.
Of course. I'll explain the deal that I'm offering as well, assuming that the Baron hasn't given certain details. or that you're not already aware of them.
You want me to open a pathway, or rather reconnect a broken pathway between here and the former Tremere Chantry.
Aye. And I know that I wouldn't be doing, well, you wouldn't be doing this for free.
My payment has already been seen to.
Aye.
Indeed. You may ask the Baron as to what he has promised me if you want, but that is his business to divulge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, shall we get this over with?
All right.
As you stalk into the museum itself, you'll be wrapped in the cloak of this individual's obvious gait, so you may walk unseen. You see a number of great glass displays, including the entire skeleton of a blue whale that hangs overhead. It's rather ominous in the darkness. You could almost say it looks like the rib cage appears to be a great set of wings that are almost about to envelop you. You are brought into a room that Spudgun has been in before, where there is a very specific pattern on the floor of white tiles and a large antique mirror that stands at the other side of the room. The obsidian lantern moves forward, and you see him remove a clay pot, from within the folds of his robe, and a paintbrush as he starts to scribe and scribble on the ground in blood, intent on his work. If you guys wish to roleplay amongst yourselves, now's a good time.
Want to roll what?
Roleplay amongst ourselves.
Oh, sorry. Roll something. I thought you said. Sorry. Emily just seems about as awkward as she always does. Well, a little bit more, perhaps. She's just looking around, but after like 30 seconds of, well, whatever mystic stuff is going on, she does just seem to look at some of the exhibition and just begins to read of it. She seems to calm down a little bit more.
The lantern stops his work, and he kind of looks up, and his head kind of tilts to the side as he appears to contemplate, and he says, "That is unusual. The protections surrounding where it is you must go are stronger than I had thought they were. They must not have atrophied since they were put in place."
Hmm. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No, I can breach them. I merely think that it is unusual.
Hmm.
He sets back to his work.
Something we should take into account, like, I don't know, if we're first inside, if it's first breach, you can come in and out as you want, right?
Correct. I will be reopening the gateway. The gateway will last until dawn, at which point you may enter and leave as many times as you wish until the dawning light.
Okay, good. So, where is this place exactly?
Deep underground.
Ah,
That is all I know.
Mm-hmm. You can expect the place to be, well, there's going to be a little bit of digging involved. The place kind of, well, the last time that I was there, we had a little bit of a party. And you could say that we literally brought the house down. Though I do remember a few things about the place. I remember there were still a few of them left there. But if everything came down, well, no guarantee that they'll still be there. But if they are there, they'll either have been starved to the point they're in torpor, or they'll be under several tons of masonry, earth, and a lot of other shite, for all I know. We won't know until we get there. Still, that's not what I'm hoping to find.
What
The
are you
books.
hoping to find?
I don't know. Tremere always like their little libraries. Maybe we could find some secrets, some lore. And if we're really, really lucky, some certain things that the Baron would no doubt... well, I think that it would be good for the cause, no?
Right. But, well, it depends on what exactly you mean when you brought the house down.
Well, I wasn't the one specifically that did it.
Well, I mean, it's just, if you destroyed the place, then it's...
Well, there wasn't any explosions, as best I recall, anyway.
Oh,
I assume just
This-
application of strength.
The structure itself, or rather where it is that the mirror that I'm connecting both points to still stands, and it is unshattered and unobscured, which means that there is at least some of the building did indeed survive.
Here you go.
You see the sketched daubs of blood on the ground basically turn to smoke, an acrid red smoke, as the smoke is drawn into the mirror, which causes the glass of the mirror to turn the same color as the darkened black ash-like smoke, and you see it start to swirl for a brief moment before it solidifies again, and the mirror itself shows rather an interesting image. It shows. One moment. Yep. You look through the mirror and you can see on the other side this.
well,
For the record, Spud, I have to point out, that is not the same room in which the mirror was located last time. Last time it was located in like an entrance room or a foyer.
Yeah, no. So either it's been moved or something else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Spud gonna just nod his head.
Now then, I have opened the portal. It will stay open until dawn. You consider my debt paid. Or my, rather, services have been rendered, yes?
But I wouldn't feel... It would be beneath my dignity if I personally did not give you something from that library in exchange for your services.
If you find something that you believe I would find interesting, I will be more than happy to take it as a payment of a minor debt. However, I am required elsewhere. The Baron knows how to contact me if you find such a book or such an object. Is this agreeable to you, Mr. Spudka?
Aye, but the shame that I don't really know too much about you, sir. If
That
there's
is-
anything specific.
No. You must understand, Mr. Spudka, not anyone knows anything about me, and that is rather the point.
In that case, if you would specifically ask for something, if I find something there, then I will give it to you.
I am a studier of the histories of the many clans and bloodlines. If you find any denotations of a historical context, I will no doubt find it fascinating.
Then I will make it a priority to pick up any such books as I find, if I so find them, sir.
In that case, I shall bid you all good luck, and may the judge forever find you. I will not say innocent, but may he forever find you in his good graces. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
The obsidian lantern will turn, and he will vanish from sight, disappearing from the room. The portal, however, stands open.
Right.
Emily will look at Spudgun, seemingly seems to think that he should be the first one through.
Tanner will kind of look at Spudgun. Expect darkness. Even if it's ink lit, expect it.
There's always darkness. Oh. And yes. Follow the yellow brick road, as it were.
All right, you step through. Do the others join you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you step through. It is literally for a couple of seconds you feel like you're falling until your feet hit solid ground as you step out of the other side of the mirror. You are standing in a very beautifully appointed library. It is rather stunning. The artwork on the ceiling is exquisite. It looks as if you could be standing in a like model of the Sistine Chapel. Great masterpieces placed all around you.
Right, first things first. I think Spudgun will spend 1 willpower for that. God, I can't remember what the exact name is, but it's like level 2.
Hearthstone.
Yes, that's the one. Scry the Hearthstone.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'll actually get the specifics up for that, so I'm not bullshitting you with what it does. All right. In contact with the structure. Anything. Innate sense of the location and approximate size and physical condition of all living or unliving beings within the structure. To pinpoint a specific individual's location, must roll perception plus awareness. Subject attempting to hide. Oppose this with a roll of witch stealth. Detect the presence of character. Oh, Scry the Hearthstone may be used to detect the presence of characters who are under obfuscate or similar powers. No, so in this case, they know who they're present, just can't see them. Yeah. So yeah, TLDR, is anyone here besides, those present?
For a brief second, yes. And then the person disappears from your ability to sense them.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely felt someone, because how it works is if their obfuscate is higher than your Visceratica, they can avoid it. But yeah, so for a split second, as you set in and spent the willpower to activate the power, there was definitely someone here, but then they're gone like that.
Mm-hmm. And you say that this is a library, right?
Mm-hmm. The library itself, the room that you're in is quite large. It's about 300 meters down by about 200 by about 200 meters across. So it is a really quite a large room. It's very cavern-like, and the ceiling, as I said, is covered in intricate art panels and displays. There's a large set of double doors that you can see at the other end of the library down there, and you know that leads out to a hallway because you get an innate sense of it. But there are only 2 other rooms that connect to the hallway, and then there's a whole pile of rubble So basically, the hallway is cut off briefly by rubble. But there's another room directly in front of the library and one directly to the left.
Okay. Spudgun will then say, right. We'll try and make this quick as possible. Try and see if you can find any particular books of interest, though. Keep your wits about you. There is someone else here, someone obfuscating themselves. I don't know exactly where.
Like I just
actually, important question. When they did sense them, were they in this room or elsewhere outside of it?
They were in the library.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actually. I just have to point out. No, I'll say this in a few minutes, but it is funny.
Emily will begin to go through books.
Okay. Would everyone like to please make me an intelligence occult roll?
Okay.
Okie dokes. We actually do have some dice for this. Not a lot, but we do.
Great.
2 successes.
One success.
I just need to be 100% sure.
And while Tanner's looking about, he is going to obfuscate while looking for the books, mostly out of the whole. Oh god, this.
You have obfuscate 2, obfuscate 3. I can't remember.
I've got obfuscate 2.
I have 1 success.
All right. So between you, that is a total of 4 successes. Yeah. Okay. You are able to find you're able to find 3 books. You're able to find a notation on the. You're able to find a notation on the first Anarch Revolt, which would be a book of historical interest, and you're able to find 2 books that are very clearly bound in human skin, that are written entirely in blood and in Latin, which might be of value to some kind of occult scholars. Does anyone here speak Latin?
Nope.
No, but pretty good with the computer, and can probably sit down with the computer to translate it.
There is no signal here.
Yeah, I don't need it here. It's for later.
You can do that at a later date, but yeah.
Yeah.
Spudgun's definitely going to take the ones
I
that
just
are made.
point out, as something is about to happen, it's funny. Do you know what's funny about this, Jason?
What?
Nick has seen this library before.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
Oh.
My. I didn't realize I'd be having guests.
Oh, shit. That is literally what Emily will say.
This figure steps from a clear obfuscate and is smiling at you all. Genuinely, like, welcoming smile. Because I seem to recall, did Nick at one point find out where the Ishar was underground in some kind of library?
I think they kind of did.
Yeah, they did. I remember that. My. I wasn't expecting company. It's so delightful.
You know, we totally just took, this is, you're obviously having time for yourself. Like, we don't want to interrupt. Like, we should totally get out of here. And Emily just begins to back off.
There's a shing hiss as he draws a sword from his belt that crackles with green fire.
She stops. Or could stay and keep you company.
You've broken into my temporary home. The least you could do is we could have a pleasant conversation.
Of course.
I'm curious. I'm curious. You seem to be the one who they all look to, who they speak to with reverence and respect. Are you also a coward, sir?
Emily just looks behind her. I'm guessing he's talking about Spotgun, right?
Yep.
Sorry, can you just repeat what they just said, Evan?
He basically said, you're the one who they seem to talk to with reverence and respect. Are you a coward also?
No, I was just kind of waiting for them to stop blubbing.
I can respect a man of that caliber. You even have such interesting taste in books, I must say. After all, the Liber Transfavenius and the Liber Morteros are such fascinating works. The Book of Change and the Book of Death.
I used to have a friend who could, well, he never willingly changed his face all the time. But he changed nonetheless, and I found it quite interesting.
Quite
Was
so.
this book written by one of his family, maybe?
He holds out his hand, and the book just kind of flies into it. Path of Movement of the Mind, basically. And he opens it and he says, "It was indeed penned by Sergei Laterovich, a fascinating individual. I believe he died during the War of Omens, but say la vie, say la vie. So, you find my home. You come here. I'm so glad to play your host." Hmm.
It's a shame, really. We weren't intending to go here, but here we are nonetheless.
Well, the Tremere thought that this place was buried, long forgotten. It seemed to
Aye.
me to be an excellent place when some of it still remained to bring what I wanted and to bide away my fitless hours. So, I tell you what, I will be reasonable. Wouldn't that be good? I shall be reasonable. I like being reasonable. I'll let you go. You can even keep the books. In
Oh,
exchange,
oh, you're too kind. I
I
was half
do my
expecting this wasted
best.
journey. I was half
Yeah.
expecting wasted. Sorry, are we on a bit of a lag, Evan?
I think there might be an ever so slight one, yes.
I'll just reduce my. All right. So, shall we start? Shall we start again?
Yeah, by all means. You were saying.
Right. Yeah. They said, said something like, "I'll even let you keep the books." And Spudgun just would have said, "Ah, you're too kind. I was half expecting this to be a wasted journey."
All, all I ask in exchange is he points at Tanner, is the low-blooded filth.
What about them?
I'll keep them.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange, both of you can walk out of here.
Sorry, I just had to check my thing with Tanner.
I'm gonna have to roll humanity, I think.
You gotta just go, yep, I'm gonna walk away now.
That's what I'm gonna find out when I roll.
Well, no, because no. In order to do that, basically, if you do that, it would prompt a humanity roll, because it's only after you commit the act that the roll is.
Okay, so I should roll conscience. It's just to inform my roleplay because I'm not sure what you would think.
Okay, yeah, you can roll conscious if you'd like.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so it's not a humanity, but yeah, she'll roll conscience. Oh, she actually does very well. First of all, I'm very young, so I don't, sir, I don't know a lot. Would you say low blood? What exactly do you mean?
Why don't you explain it to them, boy? Cat got your tongue.
No, just I don't even understand what you're saying.
quite simply put, that your blood is more, well, water than blood. I haven't seen someone like you in a very long time. Even your aura is somewhat mixed and muddied. Now that's an interesting one.
Is there... Why do you want to keep him?
Experimentation, of course.
Okay, that's... Right.
For example, I'm curious, do you always look so human, or do you put a purpose and attention into actively generating the effect?
I don't know why. Like, he'll look kind of spud gun and he'll look at Emily, and Emily looks alive. Well, I don't know. I just wake up.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. So, Mr. Spudgun, that is your name, I believe. Do you have... Do we have a deal? The portal is open and waiting.
Sorry, I'm just kind of looking at some of the... I was pretty sure that there was a mechanic thing involved with the verniculum. Just kind of... I was trying to find it. Yeah, I just couldn't remember it. Sorry if this is taking too long. It's just... I mean, I want to be true. I want to be true to Spudgun, but I also don't want to like trip up on the mechanics
Of like the verniculum, because that's actually relatively high.
It's not high, so high to the point that he's willing to risk his own life, though.
Yeah, but it's still high enough that it might affect the decision here.
Might, but not.
Right.
If you want to, basically, I believe.
Here's the thing, though: it's his own life that's at risk if he says no, and it's not. It's literally just a little bit beneath that. It's not. It's not.
I think you can spend a willpower to basically ignore the effects. To basically roleplay sans the thing, because I believe you can do that for a. I think for a blood bond, if you wish to do something against your domitor or against the person who you possess the full 3-point blood bond to, you can spend a willpower to ignore it for a brief period of time.
Hey, wait. Let's see. There's actually a section. At times, a character may be at odds with herself over how to react to a given situation because the manipuli she possesses towards another vampire. This is on page 289. In such cases as these, the player should decide which party her character would favor outside the verniculum. The character then rolls a number of dice for each party equal to her verniculum score for that individual, regardless of or an individual against a difficulty of 5, the party favored regardless of verniculum, or 7 for all other parties.
That's if you're the issue with that is if you're actively having to choose between two individuals whom you have a verniculum rating to. Whereas in this situation, he's trying to determine, is his own life worth the gamble of protecting someone else?
Yeah.
How far is there here to the portal?
He has interposed himself, so you'd have to run around him.
Shit.
Though, in theory, if you have even 1 dot of celerity and you go first, you could run around him and dive through the portal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Evan.
Yes, dear.
You know that Spudgun's not on humanity.
What path is he on?
Path of power and the inner voice.
Oh yeah, fuck this guy. You're more important. You need to live.
There you go.
Because I mean, that is basically the entire tenets of power in the inner voice. I am
Yeah, I
important.
know. It's like my favorite path. So
What the fuck? Fuck you, I said so.
yeah, it's like if he doesn't do this, then it's like a level. It's like the first it's level 1 role that he has to do. Sorry, it's not a level 1. Sorry, it's like a rating 1 sin that he commits.
Level 1 is turning down an opportunity for power. 2 is not
Yes.
punishing.
I know.
Yeah.
He's being given. He's been given this. This is the reason why Vampire is such a good game.
Moral choices.
Yes, moral choices.
Evan,
Yes, dear.
from Emily's perspective, she could perhaps dodge and get out of the way.
You would have to basically. Okay, from Evan talking to Peter, you'd have to beat him on the initiative.
Okay. So getting Tanner as well would be a no-go, right?
Well, no. If you grabbed Tanner and beat him on the initiative, you've got the strength to pull him.
Okay. Fair enough.
But that would be once again. This guy is ready. He's actively ready to engage. So it would come down to an initiative check.
Okay.
If you want to do it, I'll give a piece of advice. I would start spending blood into dexterity about now.
Yeah, she is spending in celerity. She has spent more than 1 now.
So, do we have an agreement?
Tell you what, just for the Vinculum thing, I'll do a roll, but I've already kind of made my decision. Yep, you got it. Spudgun he uncharacteristically blinks because, no humanity. And he just simply says, deal.
Good.
As soon as he says deal, Emily's going to do it.
Okay.
And that is plus. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, but it's also celerity, so I just need to. It's 9. That's 18.
I just need to look up a. I just need to look up. By the way, Spudgun, I recommend you roll into the initiative.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, I'm going to say
right
now. You should all roll in because basically he is now going to take Emily's action as you having just said deal, but you're cheating him, so he is going to view you as an enemy. I just need to find. I need to check something in Right to Blood because this character's primary path is Path of the Focused Mind, and I believe that influences your initiative.
I don't recall it does. I think it gives you like minus. Actually, it depends on which evocation. I'll actually find that for you.
I'm getting it up now because it's been a very long ass time since I've used anything from Right to Blood, which is sad because it's a really good path. It's a really good.
Right.
Yeah, it is. Readiness. This power is usable on the Thaumaturgist himself. Every success on the activation roll adds 1 dice to a special dice pool for the remainder of the turn. This dice may be used on any wits-related roll or action that the Thaumaturgist performs during that turn. Alternatively, each dice from the pool adds 1 to the caster's initiative rating. Cool. I will just make sure of the amount that they had in that. That is fine. Okay. He actually didn't get a terrific roll for it, so we'll see where this one goes. So got a dex of that, wits of that. So let's see where this one goes. Yes. All right, so Emily, describe what you do.
She grabs Tanner and tries to get the fuck out of there before. Well, she's simply just gonna bolt the fuck out, and she's gonna try and take Tanner with him because leaving him in the tender care of this maniac is a no-go. So, yeah.
All right. So what happens is you activate, you proc your celerity, and you run. What happens is you see him move quicker than Quicksilver. And how have you grabbed Tanner to drag him with you?
In the arm, the side, something like that.
Okay, cool. In that case, he is going to. Yeah, what he is going to do is, and I emphasize, this can't kill you regardless of how much damage he rolls. He is basically going to attempt to cut your hand off at the wrist.
Ah, okay. That's
as you run by him.
okay.
So that is going to be his dex, which is currently that, plus his melee, which is that. It's going to be a difficulty 8 roll because he's doing a specific call to your hand. However, that goes down to difficulty 7 because of the invocation for one track minded. Then we've got he is going to spend for potence and his celerity. So yeah, we're going to do that. We roll. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we roll strength +1 for the sword, which is aggravated because of burning blade. So that's going to be his strength is currently 4 plus his potence. So that's going to be 4 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 4 rollover. So it's going to be.
It'll be free rollover, I think.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4 plus 3 is going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. So I said that it couldn't kill you. This can do a maximum of 3 ag damage to take your hand off. But with his potence, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 9 ag damage. Swing.
Yeah. Ouch.
So even with your 40,
and I soak one of it, but doesn't matter.
yeah. So basically, what's going to happen is even with your fortitude, you can't soak the amount of damage he does. So the hand flies clean off the wrist, really cleanly. So you'll take the 3 ag, but you're still alive. Because
Yeah.
once again,
What's going to happen? What's going to happen is Emily grabs him and runs towards the portal. She's in celerity, so she is simply just going to run past, and I think it's about the time that she's out of the portal, she's going to begin to really feel the pain, because it's going to happen, I'm guessing, so fast that, I mean, I don't think she can react to it, but I'll...
No, literally, you don't even notice the hand is gone until you're out of the portal, basically, and then you feel like, oh, my hand. So who's next in the initiative?
I think it was Spudgun.
All right, what is Spudgun going to do?
Follow the Emily-shaped blur.
Follow the Emily-shaped blur. Follow the Emily-shaped blur. Follow the Emily-shaped blur.
Well, she is the Dorothy of this little story, of course. Spudgun.
Wait,
What
was Spudgun's initiative?
Literally just one below Emily's.
So was Tanner's.
Who has higher dex?
Me.
Spudgun. By a lot.
Then Spudgun.
Okay.
All right, so who's next? And then it is... So basically what's going to happen is, Tanner, you were grabbed. First of all, make me a dex athletics to prevent falling prone, because basically there was a sudden jerk of momentum and then the hand was gone. So make me a dex athletics roll to keep on your feet as opposed to falling forward when the momentum is suddenly cut.
Okay, dex. Looks like 3 successes.
Cool. I also, by the way, for the record, Spudgun, I assume you grab the books as you're running. Like, yoink, mine.
Well, I assumed that he was holding them.
Oh yeah, cool. That's fine. Okay, so Tanner, yeah, you managed to keep your feet.
Okay, spending the blood to activate my celerity, and I'm running the fuck out.
Okay. It now
It's probably going to do the oh shit, cell 2, run.
it now goes to the top of the round, or the top of the celerity rounds, which is Aishar's celerity. You will see the face scowl, as obviously he had assumed that would be good enough. At which point, you guys are going to see a pretty interesting sight. He draws from his belt a stake, and the stake he throws with an incredible alacrity right at Tanner's retreating back. Hi, Tanner. How's it going? If it helps, this is what he's trying to do is really fucking difficult. So we're gonna see how this one goes. Like, even with his stats, it's really fucking hard. Because like ordinarily hitting someone with a stake in the heart is difficulty 9. He's doing it. He's throwing the stake at you at a dead run. So I was gonna upgrade it to difficulty 9 with a margin of 1 success. So he'd need 2 9s to even hit. So we'll see how this one goes. His dex and athletics. Oh wait, no. So you do have your baton. I'll knock off the 1 success because you do have your back to him. Well, fuck me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. Would you like to use one of your celerity actions?
Wasn't it difficulty 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Then how do you get 4 successes?
I miscounted. 3 successes.
Oh, it's specialty?
Yep. Pinpoint accuracy definitely counts. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I can use a cell action to dodge.
Yes, you can.
Not likely to do much, other than reduce the damage some, maybe. 3 successes.
I mean, if it helps, it reduces the damage. So he only hits you with 1 success. I did say that 1 success would be a hit though, because you had your back to him. So we'll see how this one goes. So he has still spent for his potence. This is only lethal damage, so you can use your full stam to soak.
My full stam and fortitude.
So how much? It has to do at least 3 damage minimum in order to stake you, doesn't it?
Yes, after soak.
Yeah.
He needs to take 3 damage for him to get paralyzed.
Okay, cool. In that case, it's going to be so his strength is 3. He doesn't have any rollover. A stake, does stake give +1? I think it does.
+1.
Yeah, so that's 4. It does 4 dice of damage plus his. Wow. Okay. Plus his 4 dots of potence. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking up staking just.
Yeah,
real
I
fast
think that's.
because I think it does have a success threshold on the 2 hit roll as well, if I remember right. But for it to actually stake,
No, it has a difficulty increase to difficulty. It increases the difficulty to either 8 or 9. I don't think it has a
increases
threshold.
it to 9. Yeah,
And he
increases it to 9
so-
and at least 3 health levels of damage. Well,
So bang, smack, thunk onto the floor. Though I'll give it to him. He falls down on the other side of the mirror, and it is now Emily's celerity action, seeing that her hand is missing.
Fuck! will be heard in the blur, and she will take the other hand, and if he's right there, she's going to try and pull him through the mirror and run with him with her other hand. If you'll allow it.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah. She's going to grab him and run. Do I roll for it?
No, you can just do it because it's not really anything that needs a roll. I mean, what's your strength currently at?
4 + 2 potence.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely just hike him up. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
The loss of a hand is painful as fuck, though.
Yeah, like there will be heard a somewhat blurred "fuck, ow" or something like that. But again, it's kind of difficult to see where exactly it comes from. But you know.
Okay. How many celerity actions does Emily have?
1 more.
Am I going to safely assume that one is going to be spent running?
Yeah. Pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. I did like the yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna run. She's gonna make Usain Bolt sad. Really.
That's fine. Spudgun, what are you doing?
Well, once he's out of the portal, same, I guess. Unless there's like some. You say that there's like this lantern type thing which like keeps the portal open, right?
Yes.
Knocking that over.
Okay.
Or
Actually, would you
stamping
like
on
to
it, destroying it,
hang on?
something like that,
Considering Spudgun's not bad at this, would you like to make me an intelligence occult roll?
You say not bad. You're giving him too much credit, man.
It's fine, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
Okay, bro. That's 3 successes if it is difficulty 9. He's learning.
He's learning. Do you know what might be a really good idea? Breaking the mirror.
That's also a good idea. Even if he's probably with the number of with his level of wits, can we guesstimate how many years of bad luck this will give him?
12.
Or can we assume that he'll spend all of that in torpor?
Probably.
He'll outlive his bad luck. You know, he'll do the elder vampire thing.
Do you want to make me a Dex Athletics or Dex Melee roll to either boot or Dex Melee or Dex Brawl to either boot or smash the mirror?
Yes, I will. It's the most ridiculous dice pool that he has. Do you want me to include the celerity dice or just without it?
Well, you didn't say that you were spending for celerity, so
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. Rolling. Ridiculous number of successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
Okay, yeah, the mirror shatters.
Okay.
You all will bolt out of the museum as quickly as your legs can carry you. You will be standing outside the museum now. What do you guys do?
Well, they'll be
Emily
standing.
just looks at her hand or missing hand, goes fuck, and she just looks down at Tanner. And she puts him down and just tries with her stump to get a better ways of pulling the stake out.
Spudgun will just pull the stake out with it, just straight up. Even with that, if he needs potence for it, he will. But if not,
You were gonna leave him. What the fuck, Spudgun? You were really gonna let him do that?
a deal is a deal is a deal.
On a side note, Tanner, hey, now you know what all the blackness was about because you just experienced it yourself. Finger guns.
Yeah. How much damage did I take from the stake?
Crap loads. Give me a sec.
I think it was 4 potence, right?
3, 4. Yeah, plus 4
5.
potence. So
it's
you're 7
You
lethal.
rolled, yeah,
Oh, sorry, 5 lethal
5 lethal after he soaked.
after your soak. Yeah.
Okay. So enough that I'm still conscious, just in the world of pain.
Yes.
Emily just looks down at you. Are you okay?
No.
All right. Let's go. We need to. Fuck. She looks down at her stump. We need to get out of here. We need to get somewhere else.
Take it from experience. You're gonna need to rest a long while, and make sure that you feed.
Thanks.
All right.
Well,
About 30 feet in the opposite direction, because unfortunately this fucked up a little bit with all the ones. You will see a billowing cloud of red smoke appear before Aishar steps out of it. He ain't done yet, boys.
well, we're running even more because Emily is bolting again.
Running.
Yeah.
All right. This is where it gets pretty interesting. Hey Tanner, how's it going, kiddo?
Yep.
Would you like to make me a willpower roll as you are physically lifted and levitated off the ground?
Yeah, I would.
Because you know what's great? Path of movement of the mind is pretty great, Tanner. Wow, that is wow! You beat him. That is a terrible roll.
Then I got an
Tanner,
awesome roll.
You did, Tanner. You feel your body being lifted off the ground before you manage to fight back, being like, nope, and you manage to break free as your feet once again pound into the tarmac. You see Aishar standing there. He's just kind of he's leaning he's leaning on a cane. The sword is back in its belt, but he doesn't seem to be following you anymore. He doesn't seem to though you can see him smiling, and he smiles rather sweetly. You see him hold something up, and you hear him laugh.
Yep. The steak with Tanner's blood on it.
Beg your pardon?
Probably the steak with Tanner's blood on it.
No, you guys still have that. However, you know what you don't have? You don't have the remains or the ash of Emily's hand.
Yeah, that's fair. That too.
So, with a handful of books under your arm and the fact that you've now made it so Lord Aishar will have to move house, we shall end our scene. Thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. This has been another Seed of Darkness in Dublin where YOLO,
Evan's
motherfucker.
dice roller really, really hates him.
Yeah, it does.